very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all comfortable and ready for a very eventful morning. Perhaps you recognize the gentleman who's at the head table, Dr. Shafiq Qadri. And with that, I'm going to hand the mic over to our honorable MC for today's event to talk about Ajman, the business character. Thank you so much.
Sayyido wa Sayyidati, Mesdames et Messieurs, Muazzez Khawateen wa Hazrat, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Shafiq Qadri. I have the privilege and honor of being a physician as well as the member of Provincial Parliament in the Government of Ontario. At the outset, I'd like to not only welcome all of you, the locals who have come to hear about, I think, some extraordinary opportunities that are emerging in the Gulf region, but also like to welcome my honourable colleague in Parliament, Ms. Amrit Mungit. I'd also, with your permission, like to take a moment to introduce and first of all welcome on behalf of His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Humayd Al-Nawami, the Chairman and ruler of the Ajman Free Zone Authority. And he is very ably represented today by the three individuals who join us on the head table. They are Faisal Al-Muaji, who is the Sales Executive, Mr. Nader Al-Dasuki, who is the Deputy General of the Ajman Free Zone Authority, and Mr. Rishi Sumaya, who is the Director of Sales. I hope all of you will have the opportunity not only to digest and learn and inform yourselves of, I think, the emerging opportunities in this booming area. And with that, I would now invite to come to the podium Mr. The Director General, Deputy General of Ajman, Nader Al-Dasuki, who will offer us not only some remarks but also a video orientation. Mr. Al-Sadouk.
On behalf of the government of Ajman, United Arab Emirates, Ajman Free Zone, I welcome you this elections and thank you for your attendance. My name is Nader Al-Dasuki, Deputy Director General of Ajman Free Zone Authority. We are here today to explain in depth our products and services and answer any questions and queries with reference to setting up of tax-free operation in Ajman Free Zone. I shall now hand over to my colleague, Mr. Rishi Sumaya. Good luck for all.
Good afternoon, everybody. I once again thank you all for being here. We'll start with a short video on the free zone and then we'll share the presentation, after which we'll be open to any questions that you may have.
Located on the western coast of the United Arab Emirates, the Emirate of Ajman is the central point of the country and one of the thriving cities of the UAE. Ajman enjoys a strategic position at the crossroads of the United Arab Emirates, facilitating a strong access to the northern and southern Emirates with a 16-kilometer coastline stretching between the Emirates of Al Quwain and Sharjah. Over the years, the Emirate has undergone remarkable developments in various economic sectors.
The government gives you a guarantee of 20 years, which is renewable for another 20 years, whereby you're totally exempt from any sort of personal as well as corporate taxes. And if you're running an industry, we give you a 40-year guarantee to have the land lease under the name of the company. In terms of lease prices, compared to the other commercial capitals of the countries such as Dubai and Abu Dhabi, we would be at least 35 to 40% cheaper because overall real estate is cheaper than Ajman, and yet when you say 40%, you're very close to the commercial capital. As I mentioned earlier, it's only 20 to 25 minutes away. These are some of the corporate benefits of operating in the free zone. The most important one of paying 100% foreign ownership. When you normally start a company in the United Arab Emirates, which is in the non-free zone area, you would have to take in a sponsor or a local partner who's a citizen of the country and give in 51% of the equity in the company to start a business. But when you start in the free zone, you're the 100% owner of the company.
As you mentioned about the licenses, so is this a one-time fee or it's an annual fee which has to be paid every year, or it's for 20 years or 40 years?
No, it's an annual fee which includes everything, your premises, your license, everything else that goes with the company, such as a Chamber of Commerce certificate, etc., your immigration card. So it's a fee that needs to be paid annually.
Can you talk a little bit about the visa requirement and what's the immigration process for businesses?
Once you start a company, you have a visa quota, as you saw. It depends what you take. If you take something like a basic company setup, which is a smart office, you're eligible to 2 visas. The free zone coordinates on behalf of you with the immigration department. So we are the one-stop shop, a one-window operation. We start your company, we issue your license. We are the ones who coordinate with the immigration to get your visa. There is no specific requirement. The documentation process is done by us, and the visa is produced within 72 hours after starting the company. And this is a 3-year visa, so the company is renewed on an annual basis. But the visa is for 3 years, so you become a resident. You can open bank accounts, get cars. You're just treated like a normal citizen in the country.
Thank you for this nice presentation. I'm wondering, with respect to the property ownership outside the free zone, how is that connected to the licenses in the free zone? Is it a freehold? You can have a free title forever? What are the conditions attached to that? And what are the visa or residency benefits you achieve?
Residential property is not connected to the free zone, but in general, you have a title clearance on the property. It's not a leasehold, it's an absolute freehold. So when you buy a property, it's yours. And we have various properties under development, as we showed you. We have apartments, we have villas. So when you start a company in the free zone, you obviously become a resident of the country. And when you then you're free to buy properties or do whatsoever you wish to as a normal resident. And it's a freehold.
We're in medical technology. What kind of license would you see us qualifying through the A through D licensing that you offer?
You are a hardware technology service provider, or do you provide software?
It's more software.
Okay, so normally anybody who's providing anything which is technology related, we have licenses such as IT consultancy. We have thousands of types of licenses, but in general, if it's something to do with technology, then it would fall into IT consultancy.
If I understand correctly from what you just said, you can actually do it sitting here without physically going there and then taking it further?
Yes,
is that a fair understanding?
Yeah, that's a privilege that we give to our representative partners. So let's say you are our partner in Canada, and you tell us Mr. X in Toronto wants to start a company in the free zone. So normally we will have to fly down to the UAE to start a company, but since you are the representative, we will help you start the gentleman's company while he's still in Toronto. The license and everything will be issued, and then he can fly down on a direct residency permit to conclude the rest of the processes. It saves him a lot of time, a lot of effort, and the company is ready before they arrive.
With that, I would now like to invite to offer a vote of thanks my honourable colleague in the Ontario Parliament, Ms. Amrit Manget, the MPP for Brampton, Somerset.
Thank you, Shafiq. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to begin by thanking each and every one of you, particularly Ajman Free Zone Authority for informative session. I also thank my friend Asha and Prem for inviting me to this event. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mangat. So to officially conclude, I'd like to salute the Ajman Free Zone Authority on their 25th anniversary. His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Humaid Al Nuami, the ruler and the chairman of the Ajman Free Zone, and to our speakers who have come all the way from the United Arab Emirates to show but a small slice, as I say, of the energy and the enthusiasm within the region. So with that, I would simply conclude by saying shukran, shukriya, merci beaucoup, dhanyavad, assalamu alaikum, namaskar, sat sri akal, vanakkam, and bonjour. Lunch is served.